Hello, everybody. It's Evan coming at you guys with a nice little deck profile right here. So this is based around the spirit cards. Not too many people are familiar with them, considering they are very, very, very old. But basically, the point of the deck is to XC. That's basically the whole point of this deck. It's based around burning with XCs and just trolling your opponent, making them extremely mad. So let's start off here. We got first card of the deck. It's a spirit card called Aratama, and what you can do with this card is when it's normal summon, you can search out another spirit from your deck, and at the end phase, it returns to your hand. BOS, because we do run Darks and Lights. Fire Hand and Ice Hand, just to make your opponent even more mad and keeping a monster on board. It's also level 4. Then you have Nikotama, and this is basically how you get most of your plays off, because Nikotama allows you to conduct another normal summon, and same thing at the end phase, it returns to your hand. There's also another effect of this card where it doesn't really get used that much in this deck, considering it's mainly an XZ deck, but also, when it's sent to the graveyard, if you have another spirit on the board, you can draw a card, which is pretty awesome. But like I said, it doesn't usually happen that much because you don't usually have another spirit. We got Satellar Knight Alsom for that 1000 damage burn. And then Summoner Monk is kind of self-explanatory. The spirits can't be special summoned. That they all say they can't be special summoned right there at the top. And so basically, you're going to want a Summoner Monk and then Alsom, burn. Yaksha, he's great because when he's normal summon, you can bounce a spell or trap to the hand, which is pretty good. If there's a problem card on board, like Vanity's Emptiness, and you can't special summon your XZs, that's good to get rid of that. Obviously, double Dark Hole, because like I said, this deck is based around annoying your opponent. We have double summon in here, just so you can make your XZ plays a little bit easier. Kaiser Coliseum to lock your opponent. Power of Duality, self-explanatory. Get to your combo pieces. Raigeki, because, Snatch Steal, Bottomless, Compulse. Triple Magic Cylinder, great card, don't know why people don't use it. Triple Scrap Iron Scarecrow, and Solemn. Now, moving on to the extra deck, we have 2 Darklaw, and the reason for this is the side card Math Change. So depending on what deck you're playing, this deck is basically geared against everything, but let's say you want to make your opponent even more mad, you could, trade out your Math Change seconds for, let's say, your Nikotamas, because they're light, and then whenever you use Aratama, you can just search your Yaksha, pretty much just to up the count of Darks, and for your Math Change second, so you can go into Darklaw. Abyss Dweller, Castel, Digesto Emerald, Dark Rebellion, Diamond Dyer. I have 2 Cowboy in here because that's the main XZ to burn your opponent. Evolval Chain to send a light or a dark for that BLS. Honor Arc, Ragnar Zero, 104 Masquerade. Not too many people use it, but I actually really like it, really enjoy it. Black Ship, and Roach. For our side deck, we have 1 Fire Hand and 1 Ice Hand to switch out for cards just in case you need to maintain more field presence. To make your opponent more mad, you could switch out Dimensional Fissure and Macrocosmos when you switch out your Mask Change second, just so that they can't even use their graveyard at all. Triple MST in our side deck, 2 Fairy Wind, Macrocosmos, and 3 Shadow Mirror. Basically because I hate Burning Abyss that much. So this is like an anti-Burning Abyss, some anti-Clefort in here, side deck. But that about wraps it up. This is it's a deck that I created myself. Find it just fun to mess around with. It's nothing serious, but it is definitely fun to mess around with every once in a while. Some people get really mad because especially if you open up with Summoner Monk and anything that you can discard. Open up to Summoner Monk, open up to Alsam, burn 1,000, make Cowboy, burn 1,800. You can do this on your first turn, so they've lost life points even before you can attack. They're probably going to get rid of that Cowboy as fast as they can because they don't want to lose another 800. Well, that's when, I like the Spirit Engine in it because if you need to, you can set the card, and then if they attack it and they can't attack over it, like Cleforts, because this one has 1,800. No, look, 1,800 defense. If they can't attack over it, you flip it, and then at your end phase, it just goes back to your hand. And if they can't attack, on your turn, you can just flip it and get the effect. So it's pretty nice. Once you already have... Oh, what was that? Once you already have Aratama and Nikotama in your hand, when you use your main play is to use Nikotama to summon Aratama, and after that you're probably going to search Yaksha, and then I usually, depending on the situation, will Xyz into Cowboy or anything else I might need. Then BLS, just BLS is BLS. He wins games. I mean, come on. So does Magic Cylinder, and Scrap Iron Scarecrow makes your opponent really upset. Oh man, it's great. The salts, oh man, the sodium count is high in this deck. Very high, especially when you open up Summoner Monk Alsam, because they're like, oh crap, Keller Knights. You make Cowboy, they're like, what the hell? Then you finally pull out, one of these cards, and they're just done. Anyways, guys, that's me signing out. Sorry we haven't uploaded for a while. Ethan's a scrub, and he's just a scrub. We don't talk about him. I'll try and get him to upload so you guys can have more personality than just my blandness. But yep, I think that kind of concludes it. All right.